Okay, so it is, what is today? Today's Tuesday. It's Christmas Eve. Last video, man, these are small. Alright, so, this is part 2 here. We have removed the upper intake manifold. Today we're going to do the fuel rail. I'm going to get the camera set up and try to get some good views on this. Actually, before I do that, I'd like to do something. I'd like to say a big thanks to Zane over at Hodgepodge Dodge Garage. His last video, he actually gave me a shout out, and man, I really appreciated that. I was having trouble last Sunday whenever I was trying to edit and post the video for the manifold, and my subscriber count was going up. As it stands right now, I think I've almost doubled it. And I mean, I think it's like 28 or so people, and I appreciate everybody who came over and subscribed per his recommendation. I'd give him a shout out, but 3/4 of y'all are here because of him. So I do appreciate that. Thank you. I love doing the same thing. I like finding guys that are making videos that may not have a lot of subscribers, but their content is good, and I like trying to get their channels built up. This is a hobby. It's for fun. So I don't know. There's plenty of us out there. I found Zane through the Fox Shop and Central Oregon Shenanigans collaboration video. Sitting there, I think there was a scroll on live chat that they had, and he said something had happened to the longs of he had a video, so I checked his channel out, and it was interesting stuff, you know, and he's blowing up. That's really good. I'm really happy for him. I like his content, and hopefully everybody that came over enjoyed a little bit of what I'm doing. I've said this many times, I'm not a mechanic. I'm just trying to fix my own old beater truck here to get it back on the road and make some videos as my new hobby. So thank you all to everyone, especially thank you, Zane. I appreciate that, man. All right, let's get you set up and see what I can do here. Per our Chilton manual, the first thing I was supposed to do was I need to relieve the fuel pressure line. In the back, behind the EGR tube on the fuel rail, Schrader valve, I don't know the proper way to do it, but right here I just basically took a rag and a small enough piece to kind of push in there and relieved a little bit, and there was nothing in there. A little droplet came out, so I should be depressurized. Next step, we're going to disconnect all our fuel injectors, all 6. Starting in the back, there's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 is up here. Oh, man, this is some old stuff. We're going to get all these disconnected. I'm trying to learn how to do this here. I can't tell if you're supposed to squeeze them or just pop them off. Okay, so all I did was just gave it a little bit of breathing room, popped it off. So that's 1. Let's give it a little bit of room. 2. That's a scary sound. Oh, there it went. Shit. Broke one. Damn. 3. I broke that tab off. Well, gone a little out of order. Just want to give it just a little pry. There we go. Disconnected. Come on, baby. Oh shit. Popped it right back on. Can't see it. Please don't break. Oh, there it went, and I almost fell off the damn stool. Okay, 6, 5, 4, 3. We still need to disconnect number 2 and number 1. Number 2 fuel injector right here. See if we can wiggle this one off. Just give it a little bit of space. How are you supposed to get these off? Hope that showed up, and I got that one off. There's number 2. Let's move on to number 1. Okay, number 1, fuel injector. Number 1. Okay, we got out of that with only one broken little piece on that connector. Next thing we need to do is disconnect the 2 fuel lines. Okay, we're going to disconnect behind the EGR tube these 2 fuel lines with those quick release couplings, which you know, you just pick up the tools from Amazon or Harbor Freight or whatever. They look like it's a set, but they look like this, right? You just slide them in here. We're gonna disconnect these two, and then it's time to basically unbolt and take this thing out. Pop these off. I love how I got the bum glove here. That off. Get the back one off. It's the same way. It's kind of hidden behind this little tube. We'll just take these little clamps off. All right. Okay. Now, I basically already tested this. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but I got this because I had the wrong size. But you're gonna slide this up, that little coupling, it releases it. Kind of pull this down while you push up, and it'll boom, release. And once it's released, maybe not as extreme as what I just did, but that's how you'll just pop it loose. Let me get a rag. This is the tube, the EGR tube that kicked my butt because this thing is from the 1920s. That killed me. All right, let's get you somewhere you can see. Still tough, but you can see this is the next one. So we're gonna take our tool. Oh, it's bigger. Good. Okay. Too big. Green. Yes. Okay, we're gonna slide it in there. Oh, what a pain in the butt. I don't know if you can see on the camera, this jabs right in your forearm when you try to do it. So that's fun. You know that point where you know you could just rip it off, but you're scared you're doing it wrong, so you don't want to break it? That's what just happened. But everything's fine. Back to the struggle. Oh, yeah, I can get my arm in here now. Got it. So it's 5/8 for the back fuel line, and that front one I did was the 1/2 inch. Okay, fuel line's disconnected. We're on to removing the fuel rail mounting bolts. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. I'm on 11 because that's what I got. 1. This one's closest to the front of the engine. Got it. 2. And just because he makes an appearance in every video, just hanging out, wanting to know what's going on. Okay, we're going all the way to the back to right here. Okay, 3. Okay, now we should be able to remove the fuel rail and the injectors. And we got a vacuum line on top of the fuel pressure regulator. Oh God, don't break, baby. Don't break. Oh, okay. Start removing these, huh? So how do you do this then? Careful. Careful. We're just pulling them out. Okay. We just kind of pulled back, softly and slow, until we got it out. Now, oh shit. Oh well, we're leaking a little bit of gas. There it is. Fuel rail. Well, that was a little bit easier than I thought it was going to be. So we only got one broken little connector, the little clip on the side. So I will definitely check out and see how bad that's going to be, if I need to replace it or if I can get by with it when I put it back together. I'll tell you one thing, I'm going to shut the camera off and take you in the shop because I want to show you how nasty these fuel injectors look. Alright, so we got the rail out, brought it in here. Just to show you how bad the fuel injectors looked. So here we got the fuel rail already set out, and man, I tell you, if you look, that's fuel injector for the 6-cylinder, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and the 1st. At first, when I pulled it out, I thought that I had rubbed it against the engine or something. I got all this gunk on here, but man, these things they're pretty dirty, which I guess is to be expected. Obviously, we're gonna clean up, replace the O-rings. I've never had any sign of misses or anything due to this, so I don't see any point in replacing a fuel injector. So I do have a new fuel filter we'll be putting on the truck. Okay, I just saw my battery is at like 4% on the GoPro, so let me finish this up real quick. Today was definitely a huge success as far as getting that fuel rail out. Next thing we'll do is that lower exhaust manifold. That one doesn't look fun, but we'll do that after Christmas and keep chugging forward. If you watch this video all the way to the end, I do appreciate it. Everybody that came over from Zane's channel to check me out and subscribe, thank you very much. And one more time, Zane, Hodgepodge Dodge Garage, thank you so much for shouting my channel out. I really do appreciate it, man. As always, though, I will catch y'all next time.